It's okay, I looked at it, everything's there, it's ready to go. And the place says it's okay. Troop committee says, yep, we'll support that. Then you have to go to the district board. This one you have to go to. Second Monday of every month, Madison Hills Baptist Church. There's a map on the website. When you get there, know your project. Because if you don't know your project, that tells me it's not your project. It tells me somebody else wrote that project for you. And if somebody else wrote the project for you, somebody else ought to be doing the project. It's your project. I expect you to write it. Does that mean you necessarily have to be the typer? No. But you've got to be the author. And you have to know exactly what's in that project. I want you to be the subject matter expert. I want to be able to ask you a question, and without you having to go, well, I think it's in there, let me look. No, I want you to know it for your benefit. My goal, our goal in Eagle District, is to make sure that you are the recognized expert on your project so that you can lead it. And in the end, everybody's going to go away saying, wow, can you believe what he did? That is an Eagle Leadership Project. Everybody goes away and says, wow, I want to be just like him. Now, the final step, begin your project. That's the easy part, the project. The hard part's everything to get there. I see a lot of shaking heads. Some of them are Life Scouts that are trying to write it up, and a couple of them are Eagle Scouts in here that I've seen before, and they've seen me, and they've gone through this whole process with me. And they're saying, yeah, doing the project took me 2 days. The write-up took me 6 months. But it doesn't have to. It can be done in a week or less if you put your mind to it and follow the steps. Next slide. But just like everything else, no project is done until the paperwork is complete. You get your 2 days out of the way and say, I'm done! No, you're not. Project's done, it looks beautiful. But until you finish your paperwork, it's not done. Complete the project, record the time. When are we going to do that? Every day with those sign in and sign out sheets. Record what you did every day. Today, we planted 6 plants, we dug 4 fence post holes, and we prepared the path. On the second day, we laid the concrete for the path, and we laid the blocks along the edge. I expected we were going to get a little further, but we didn't. Tell me what happened. Give me that blow-by-blow description. Because if you do that every day, it also helps you get prepared for the next day. Adjust as necessary. Record your changes. Well, I was going to have this left-hand turn. And they decided they didn't want a left-hand turn. They wanted a sweeping curve. So I had to go get a few more materials. I had to adjust. I had to move a big rock. We had to do this. That's okay. Changes are okay. But record them and tell me what they are. List the actual materials and equipment that you use. You know, we ended up needing a chainsaw because when we changed that sweeping path, we had to take a tree down. Okay? Add that to the equipment. Tell me what you really use. We had to go rent a bobcat. One kid built a viewing stand for a bird sanctuary. Oh, it was gorgeous. And they said, we don't want you to build it on site because we don't want you to scare the birds. Okay? So we built it in his front yard. There was 2 ways he could have done it. One was to build it in pieces so he could take it apart and then go out there and put it together. He didn't do that. He built it to last and to stay together. And it did. And then he had this 1,500-pound viewing stand that he had to get out in the middle of the woods. And he had to go back to the agency and said, you know, I'm going to have to take a few bushes down or I can't get this thing out there. And we've got to figure out how to carry it out there. Some gentleman, when he went and was trying to find something to do, some gentleman at this rental place said, what do you got to do? This is an Eagle Scout project. He gave him the use of a tractor trailer truck and a rough terrain forklift. Donated the use. And we're talking about $500 to $1,000 worth of usage, free. And he got it out there. And he had to go coordinate with the agency and they had to allow him to take a few trees down, and he had to go out and send some posts, and boom, it went in. But that was a change, because originally he was going to build it on site. Instead, he had to build it at home, and he had to go get a rough terrain forklift to haul it out there. That's okay. Tell me what you really did use. Get your signatures from the place, because that